Today I'm trying Cafe Bustelo 5 different ways. One of you all commented that I should try this, probably because of the Aldi video. Stick around to find out my favorite. At the end of this video, I'm gonna rank each of these ways we're making Cafe Bustelo in order of my least favorite up to my favorite. Be sure to stay around to the end and find out which way I recommend that you drink this coffee. First up, home espresso machine. I'm gonna weigh out the grounds, weigh out the output just to have some consistency. Then I'll try it both straight and with milk. I think that Cafe Bustelo will probably shine with milk, not straight, but I'll try it both ways and let you know what I think. Bustelo. So I have 14 grams in here. That looks about right for this size basket. So that means I'm gonna aim for a 28 gram shot. So a 2-to-1 ratio is kind of what I'm looking for. So 14 grams in, 20 grams out, 28 grams out. We'll start there, see how that tastes. I'm also gonna time the shot. Typically you're looking for 28 to 32 seconds, at least at our shops. Home espresso is a little different, so we'll see what we get out first. That's where we'll start. Forgot to put the scale in there, but I got it. So that was 28 grams, about 20 seconds, pretty quick. Part of it's due to the fact that these home espresso machines build up a lot of pressure. Also, we cannot adjust the grind size because it's pre-ground. Typically, I would go a little finer if that was the other parameters that I was looking for. But I'll try it and see how it tastes. Got decent crema for a pre-ground coffee from the grocery store. Not bad. Kind of a bittersweet chocolate. Surprisingly rich for a quick shot like that. I don't think you'd have to slow it down a lot. It's a darker roast, so it helps it extract a little faster. Yeah, I typically don't drink just straight espresso with sugar, so that's a different thing. If you like that kind of coffee, sort of traditional Italian style, also Cuban style, which is the inspiration for Cafe Bustelo. I can't speak to that because that's just not my style to drink it that way. But this might work well for you if you want to try it that way, either adding sugar before or after. I'm gonna try it with milk, more as a cappuccino. That's how I think I'll like this the best, through this machine. Yeah, pretty good. It's, even with the 6 ounces of milk, we're getting a little lost. It's a little milky, more like a latte. So if you like it that way, that's probably where you're at. I tend to like my coffee a little stronger, but yeah. Not bad. There's a lot of sugars in milk, so helps sweeten it up, mellow it out. Beautiful combination of milk and coffee. That's pretty good. Next up, I'm trying the AeroPress. A lot of people use this brewer at home to make kind of espresso type coffee. Also, a lot of people use it to make straight filter coffee. So I'm gonna make it pretty strong, try to mimic what we're doing with the espresso machine, seeing as this is an espresso ground coffee. So that's what I'm gonna do today. And we'll try it straight and with milk, just like we're doing for all of them. I like to use the inverted method. If you don't like that way, no problem. You can do it the more traditional method. So we had just over 14 grams of coffee in, 32 grams out, a little more than a 2-to-1, 28-ish, 30 would have been about 2-to-1. Slightly on the higher side, but closer to the range of what we did for the espresso machine. Same, it's a nice, strong, kind of that bittersweet chocolate, rich coffee, bitter twinge on the end, but AeroPress really kind of helps minimize that already. If I was drinking this way, I would add milk to it. Kept this one a little shorter on milk to help not drown out the coffee completely. Yeah, tastes good. Not super strong, overpowering coffee flavor, but it's still there. Gives a nice depth and backbone. Next, I'm trying cold brew. Use these Alto cold brew bags that I use at my shop. They have a home version, which is nice for making them at home. Didn't steep it as long because typically we grind the coffee a lot more coarsely and not like French press coarse, but more coarsely than the espresso. And so we're only just over 12 hours of cold brew steeping in the fridge versus a full 24 hours when I'm doing it at the shop. Or sometimes it's nice to leave it for longer, give it a little more depth and syrupiness, but you could also take it out earlier or even leave it longer, and it's not gonna affect it as drastically as some other brew methods. So I knew this would be kind of awkward because this bag is a little large once the water seeps into the coffee for this jar. Tastes like a strong cold brew. Not as enjoyable as the hot methods, honestly. Brings out a little more bitterness, dryness. But once again, I wouldn't probably drink this without milk. So I'm gonna try this with cold milk as it's a cold brew. Yeah, not bad. If you like cold brew with some cream in it, definitely not a bad way to go. Kind of surprising to cold brew a espresso ground coffee. It's not a bad way to go. Next up, I'm gonna try it as a pour over. This is a V60, you can use whatever pour over device you want. I'm gonna make it espresso style, designed to be drank with milk, as that's how I'm expecting to try this coffee and have it taste its best at home. 20 grams of coffee in, 50 grams of water in, so it'll take a while to drain through a paper filter. That's okay. We're looking to really make this like something pretty strong. And a pretty short brew time already because we're not adding very much water to the grounds. Looks similar to what we got out of the AeroPress. A little stronger, almost sweeter tasting even than the AeroPress, but also accentuates a little bit of the kind of slightly bitter twinge to it. Yeah, that's great. It's not a bad way to do it. If all you have is a pour over device at home and you want to make more of like a latte style or a cappuccino style type drink, you can make a really strong pour over and heat up milk in a pan on the stove or in the microwave, or use one of those electric frother things, sort of a latte style without having an espresso machine. A lot less expensive too. Next up, Mocha Pot. This is where normally I would start. Espresso ground, pre-ground from the store. Seems like it's designed well for this format for home. Mocha Pot's pretty easy to use. I'm gonna make it just like I make it at home. So start with hot water. You'll need a towel or hot pad to grab onto this if you do it this way. It's messy. I usually do this over the sink. Drop it in, twist this on, stick it on the hot stove. It's gonna start brewing immediately. Not up through, but you can hear the water start boiling. Pretty much once it starts sputtering, I'm gonna take it off the heat. I'm not looking to get all of that water through. It's pretty hot, so let it cool down a minute if you don't like it super hot. Definitely brings out the more robust characteristics of this coffee this way, probably due to overall a hotter temperature for this brewing process. It really is a little more aggressive. Seems like it'll hold up to milk even better. Yeah, it's really nice. The punchiness of the coffee brewed this way really helps you taste it through the milk, but still the milk adds that sweetness and creaminess. It's a really nice combination. Little cappuccino, latte, something like that. So let's rank them. I'll tell you what my favorite way to drink this coffee is and my recommendations, both with milk and without milk. After trying all these different ways to drink Cafe Bustelo at home, here's the list. Kept you waiting all this time. Thanks for staying tuned in. Number 5, with milk. Least favorite, still not bad, but cold brew. Number 4, the AeroPress. Number 3, that is the espresso machine. Number 2 is the V60. I actually liked brewing that as a really strong filter coffee and adding milk to it. I thought that worked really well for this coffee. Which leaves number 1, which is the Mocha Pot with milk. I thought this really brought out the flavor that paired with the dairy the best. Mocha Pot is my favorite way to drink this coffee at home. What else should I try? Leave a comment below, like, subscribe, and remember, it's only coffee.